Oi, governor. Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby, I am.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevel's I is. The P today stands for pies.
There was pies in London.
Meat pies.
God, I'm so talented.
I love meat pies. They're just Hot Pockets.
I didn't grow up on Hot Pockets. Unfortunately, my parents didn't believe in a balanced
Well, they
diet
weren't really
in the morning.
invented until we were older.
But that's not true.
When were they invented?
Okay, let's bet. I would say that Hot Pockets hit the market. Don't look before you guess.
Okay. I'm going to say 92.
Yeah, I was going to say 89, 91. You know what? You said 92. I'll say 89.
All right. When did Hot Pockets...
Why does your hat look so much smaller than mine? Oh, because your head's big.
You were closer. 83.
83. Well, Price is Right rules we both lost. Let's
Yeah.
both lose. Because if I win and you lose, does anyone really win? Oh, well, I guess I do.
You know, when I lived in a little place called Rogers Park in Chicago.
Ooh, braggy.
On the walk home from the Howard stop, the end of the red line, not to brag.
Crazy. That's so far north.
Yeah.
Did it feel like you were in a different city?
The first time I did it, I'll never forget. The first time I rode the red line from the South Loop to Belmont even, which is like 7 stops. I thought, I have been on this train for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I do not know where I am. I can't be in Chicago anymore. Meanwhile, Howard, the red line, end of the line, the literal end of the line.
Far.
So far. Anyway, the walk back, you pass by a Jamaican jerk shop. The little Jamaican meat pies that were like, they had these like spiced meats in there. It was so fucking good.
I love Jamaican meat pies.
I would go back for that, and I would go back for Ann Sather's cinnamon rolls, and I would go back for taffy apple grapes.
I would go back
And
for
the people,
world
whatever.
peace and abortion rights. Sorry that I'm thinking of other things and you're clearly just thinking about grapes, but I ate so many grapes yesterday. I pooped 5 times. I thought I was going to die.
Maybe you got a bad grape.
No, I ate more today and I feel fine. So we are back to talk about 2 episodes of Drag Race UK, and we have a lot to get into. Before we do, though, I have to address this personally from a personal standpoint. I forgot we were doing these looks tonight, and so I was going to do this like orangey, yellowy kind of whole thing, and then she came dressed like that, and I went, I forgot. So I'm sorry my makeup matches her outfit, but just pretend that my eyes always look crazy. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, it's fine.
Don't tell them. You don't have to tell them. This is purposeful.
This is purposeful. You know what it is? She means so much to me that even though it wouldn't match what I was wearing, I wanted to be connected to her in some way.
You could just say you just wanted the contrast.
I also just really wanted the contrast.
We are here to talk about 2 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race. The first one...
I just saw this. This is... Okay, my mom used to sell Christian pyramid scheme fake jewelry, and so my grandmother had to buy a lot of it so that mom could afford food for us because it was a pyramid scheme. And this was one of the necklaces.
Is it Lion King?
It's lions. I don't know why, but I feel compelled. I think Mama was telling me to wear it. Put it on.
Because we must be fierce and strong. At time of filming, we do not know the results of the election. So just to give you a little insight on if we say anything.
At time of filming, the election hasn't happened and none of us have voted.
No, I voted.
No, I don't think that's true.
I did. I actually went and I voted early on a Saturday, and I was the second person in line.
Whoa.
And it felt very exciting.
I'm so proud of you.
Also,
you did it in person.
I like doing it in person. I don't know why.
I don't
trust myself to be able to mail off the ballots.
Same. It's the reason I never return anything. I've lost so much money.
So I walked over and it was at this really fancy middle school near me that every time I pass by, I think, I can't believe that's a school. That looks so
Maybe
huge.
you could go back to middle school. I didn't realize it was that close to you.
Middle school was the worst for me. If there's one school experience that I never ever want to even try again, it would be middle school. That was the worst bullying.
Oh, well, bullying, sure, you deserved it. Curtis and I did drop-off ballot. He and JB went and dropped off my ballots today, so technically JB voted.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
She voted for Trump.
I don't know. Curtis wouldn't let me see my ballot. Isn't that weird?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, I just want to make sure you filled in Trump right. And he's like, no, let me drop this off for you. So.
Oh, that's why you're wearing blue? Because you're... Wait a minute. This episode, they're doing a Graham Norton show. Oh, actually, I loved this because it's my dream to, like, do interview people.
It's my dream to be interviewed. I loved this episode.
I loved this
Graham
episode.
Norton is so... Oh, do you know what I discovered the other day? While watching Dragula on AMC Plus? AMC Plus also carries the Graham Norton show.
Oh, I love
full episodes. You know, we watch the clips on TikTok and the such as.
Yeah.
But no, full episodes, AMC Plus.
I love that. I bet
he's wonderful.
He is a staple
good.
in nighttime TV.
He's a likable James Corden.
I think it has to be said, I've said it before, I will say it again, is that he was in one of my favorite movies called Not Another Gay Movie, where he did have one of the other cast members lay under a glass coffee table, and he sort of gave him the golden gram, which is a term that he coined. Although the color wasn't golden, it was more of like a brownish hue. They started off, the mini challenge was the big pink chair, which if you've ever seen, they do the segment on the actual Graham Norton show where people come in and tell a story, and if it's not interesting or funny, they get pulled. They do bring out Raven. She does pull
We're
all
already
of
divided.
She does pull. Actually, I thought she looked quite normal.
Skin toned. Yeah, I agree.
So the mini challenge was tell a joke. So I thought what we could do.
The mini challenge was make me laugh. They all interpreted it as tell me a joke, which I thought...
Or they were told to tell a joke.
They said, make me laugh. Sit down and make me laugh.
Oh, so you were there. You were there.
I watched the TV.
When they weren't filming.
I watched the TV.
I'm saying producers.
When they gave the instructions.
No, I know, but everyone had a joke ready. So I feel like the producers probably said, prepare a joke.
I don't think so. Because they could have told a story.
Chanel?
No. I honestly don't I think I'm really gonna put my foot down on this one, you dumb bitch.
Why would they all have a joke prepared? Why wouldn't any of them choose to tell a story?
They may have been prepared ahead of time of like, have jokes or a funny story ready because you're gonna have to try and make them laugh. But I don't think that they had to tell a joke. I think that's quite an assumption you're making.
But why else would they all do it?
Based on the facts that were presented to us, that wasn't the instructions. And I'm sorry that you believe in conspiracy theories, but I believe in fact.
Chanel?
I would have done physical comedy. I would have tripped and fallen on my way to the chair, and then I would have bled a lot. Because, you know, nothing makes RuPaul laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I would have lifted up the cushions and looked for change. Well, anyway, I thought that you and I could do a quick round of tell a joke. Or make me laugh.
So you have had time to think of a joke and get ready, and I'm just supposed to come up with one on the spot?
You're very funny.
Okay, go ahead. Tell your joke then.
Okay, so when I was little, I used to like to hide in the closet and jump out at my mom and scare her. And one time I was hiding in the closet, and my mom had a guy over there, and they were doing stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't want to interrupt. So I just stayed hidden in the closet. And then my dad came home. So the guy she was with, he came in the closet, and I was like, it's dark in here. He was like, it sure is. And I was like, I got a baseball. You want to buy it? And he's like, how much? And I was like, $300. He's like, I don't really want to buy your baseball. And I said, all right, I'm just going to tell my dad. And he's like, no, I'll buy it. So he paid me $300 for the baseball. Anyway, a couple weeks later, same deal. I was hiding in the closet. My mom had a guy over, and then my dad came home. So the guy gets in the closet, and I go, it's dark in here. And he goes, sure is. And I go, I got a baseball mitt. My dad gave to me if you want to buy it. He's like, how much? And I said, $700. And he said, I'm not going to buy your baseball mitt for $700. I said, suit yourself. I'm going to tell my dad. And he gave me the cash. And so then later, my dad was like, kid, we're going to go play baseball. Where's your ball and your mitt? And I said, I don't have them. I sold them. And he said, how much you sell them for? And I said, $1,000. And he said, that is not okay, because he thought I just sold it to one of my friends. Anyway, he takes me to church. He says, you're going to confess. I get in the confessional. I say, it's dark in here. And the priest says, not this again.
You had time to prepare.
I saw it on a TikTok. Are you going to pull the thing?
Oh, the lever would have been pulled.
Okay, pull the lever. Kronk. Oh no.
Stupid bitch.
That was my bad. Okay.
Oh my God, Alexis.
What was that? What was that?
So the challenge this week... I'm just kidding.
You're not going to tell a joke?
No, I don't have one prepared. And there's nothing to joke about right now. The election's around the corner. And by that, I mean literally tomorrow at time of filming. I'm not in a jokey, laughy place because my best friend's rights are going to be taken away from her. And I'm a white guy, so I'll be fine.
But you're a gay white guy.
Yeah, but you know I'm in my bi-porn era. So if things turn, they get bad, I could probably do it.
The winner is actually Kiki Snatched. She snatched a win with her joke about Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi do. Very funny. One of my favorite lines in the Sex and the City movie, too. Miranda, apropos of nothing, goes, Abu Dhabi do!
See, that was funny.
They get in 2 groups. They do the thing. What'd you think about this? Was it funny?
I thought it was so strange. Listen, I'm going to agree with Chanel on this one. She said it on the episode, but she also mentioned it. She has a YouTube series. I don't know if you know that. Chanel O'Connor has a YouTube series, and she talks about each episode, and I watched it today, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it, but I really liked it a lot. It made me like her more. But she was saying, like, why would you pick, if this isn't a challenge where you're supposed to stand out and really, like, promote yourself, why would you put yourself in a larger group so you automatically have less time?
Oh, yeah. Kiki, yeah.
Which I think ultimately served Kiki better, just because, like, the less she talked, the better, to be quite honest.
Yeah, maybe.
But
maybe she's just trying to stack her group with, like, good people.
Okay, but can I say this? This is a show-stopping moment, okay? I feel that these 2 episodes that we are reviewing today, they made me turn. I chose the road, well, I guess most traveled. I think I like Lavoie now.
Oh, 100%. There's no doubt about Lavoie shined in these 2 episodes. Starting with the Graham Norton show, she was, like, delightful. She didn't overdo it, but she did get herself in there.
Yeah.
The way she even kind of kicked things off, and it just made me feel at ease for her group, because it was like, oh, this is a star. And this is the kind of, like, old school drag that's like, this is why it became so popular and so beloved.
Yeah.
Is because she's just so whip smart, and even the looks that she did were pretty good. Should we just go one by one?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
You know what I think it was that her talking heads without that context does seem a little like, okay, old queen, calm down. Like, we're almost the same age. Calm down. Like, our legs hurt.
Yeah.
Knees, you heard of them? They hurt. But once you get to see her in the context of which you've been born. What is her saying? The context.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree. You'd exist in the context of those that came before you.
Of those that came before you.
And such as.
Congratulations,
or I'm sorry, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Love you. Anyway, no, I don't. Why did I say that? But seeing her in the context of everything, she is a goddamn professional.
She's a star.
She did everything great. I think I just don't like her visually. I don't like her drag.
The
and
visual,
that's okay.
it's not always stylistically great.
Look at this.
Although
this is crazy.
We're going to get to one that I really love. Look, let's just go one by one and let's say if we think they did good or not. Marmalade in her cool headpiece. It's called How's Your Headpiece?
I've had very many complaints.
Marmalade just looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
All the time.
I loved it. I did think it was funny though. She was like, my headpiece wraps around my arms, but they weren't connected. I was like, so you have gloves. So you're wearing gloves.
That's funny.
But I thought she was great on the talk show.
I thought she did so good on the talk show. I think she's so
funny.
Yeah.
I honestly wanted her to take it a little further, but I did like that she kind of hid the little punchline till the end. She's got a cute little wink and a nod.
She had jokes throughout, too.
Yeah,
I loved her. She was so great.
She's so funny.
Kyran Thrax, if you haven't seen The Substance, this is a Substance reference before The Substance came out. It's so good.
It's fantastic. 0 notes. I was deeply obsessed.
0 notes, yeah.
This was also the episode where she talked about being
talked about, being preyed upon, which is, that was
when she was a child. And as someone who went through something very similar, it's a really painful thing to deal with. Even decades later, it's really painful because as a kid, you don't know any better and you just kind of blame yourself. You're like, well, if I had done something different. And it's easier to say that about another kid. Like, it's easy for me to say to Kyran, like, no, babe, you are the victim. It's harder for me to say that to myself.
Yeah.
So hearing her share that so publicly, and I'm sure it is still something that is so hard for her to talk about, I just want to applaud her. That was incredible. And as someone who has been through something similar, it was very healing. It was... Thank you.
That was really beautiful, Darby. Very well said.
Thank you. I was abused.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. And Kyran in the...
in
the challenge was also fucking...
Did
great.
Natural, easy, funny.
I did not expect me, Darby Lynn...
Bar fight.
Thank you. To fall in love with her. Like, she's not my, like, when I first saw her, I was like, oh, she's cool. She's different. That's not my thing. I like pretty blonde girls.
She's not gonna do everything.
She's amazing. Yeah. She can do anything.
Yeah. We're taking the anthrax. We're snorting it.
And I would. Probably.
Charity is, once again, in primary colors. She is the bubblegums. I liked it.
I loved it.
That was cute.
I loved it. I loved it. It was cute. It was. It even felt a little crafty in some ways, but I found that campy and charming.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I thought she did well in the challenge.
Well, she stumbled the first story.
She stumbled, and then she kind of saved it later.
Thank God. I think when she had that backup story.
Yeah,
yeah, that was rough at first.
She was in the smaller group, right?
I don't remember.
Lil is just so charming.
Oh,
this is a really cool look. Centipedes, heart, face.
Spray
I fucking
painting
love
things
her face.
gold and putting it on your body is a thing.
I know, but I like the kind of simplicity.
Not that I dislike it. It's just there's a theme here. This is the second time we've seen it, and we're gonna see it again a little later in the runway. I think it's interesting.
I think she did so
I've never
good
thought to do that
in the Graham Norton sit down. I thought she was like so herself in that way where she's just chilling, laid back, and like.
But the story was paced well.
Yes.
Which I really appreciated. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Lil fan.
Yeah, love Lil.
I'm a big Lil fan.
Kiki Snatch, she's kind of an angel. I thought this is cute. I just don't know if she has. I want to see her after the season when she has a little more resources because her looks aren't on the same page as the other girls for me.
To me, it just reads more as young and pretty. And I don't know that she's
beautiful.
Yeah, that's why I don't know that she's had to really challenge herself with looks because that is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But it does read a little, it sounds crazy to say it reads simple when she's wearing eyeball wings on her head. But it is a little more like, okay, so that's just like a gold dress with some wings on your head. Okay. But she's gorgeous, stunningly gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. She did have a tough time doing this. And I felt really bad for her, especially in the, what do they call that when they leave the stage?
Untucked?
Yeah, and especially in Untucked when she was saying like, I just feel so misunderstood and I've always felt this way. So that's why I kind of speak in these isms because it feels like everyone can understand that.
Yeah, which is what she did the entire time. And I mean, even saying things that just don't make sense. Like when she said, if there's a boat, then I don't know about it or something. And I was like, ma'am, she just, bless her heart. And that's what I'm talking about with like the young thing. I think it comes through in all of her drag and the looks and the way she's presenting herself. She's young. She still has so much time to figure out who she is. Once she figures that out, I think she'll be unstoppable.
My heart went out to her. Yeah. But cool that she jumped out of a plane. That's fun. In drag.
They did on Dragula.
Octavia. I kind of liked this.
I loved this.
I thought it was cool. It was different for her and it was like...
But it still plays into her whole gender fuck of it all.
Yeah.
It's something I'm coming to terms with and I'm trying to be more open-minded about despite the fact that I am a conservative Republican woman. Or I shouldn't make that joke in case he does win. Then this will be really bad.
Or if he does win, you're safe because you're saying you're a conservative Republican.
Oh, it's a win-win for me.
I'm gonna fuck off into the woods and do drugs.
Girl, I will join you. I don't care who wins. Let's go. I'm really digging her gender fuck of it all. And this was so artsy.
I liked it.
I love art.
And I liked the A's everywhere. Octavia, I'll never forget what letter it starts with.
I may forget the rest of the letters, but I'll never forget the A.
Yeah. Lavoie, look.
Now her Graham Norton, bless her. I just want to say bless her.
It could have been good.
Yeah.
It could have been good. It was so close, but she just lost confidence or lost air. I don't know.
How are you going to breathe with no air?
Yeah. Lavoie, I loved this. Bright colors, crazy fun. Yeah, it's a little campy. It's a little old school, but I thought it was fun. And I thought it was the perfect cherry on top of her incredible performance on the Graham Norton couch.
That is so interesting. I love that point of view. Yeah, I hate it. It's Carmen Miranda. It doesn't make sense to me why she's wearing it. And and we've seen it done for 100,000 times.
Sure. I'll say, if you are in Ibiza or somewhere fabulous and tropical and beachy cruise ship and you saw that, wouldn't you think, oh my God, that's incredible?
Yeah, if I was drunk on vacation, I would love it. I just don't get it. I don't get...
Headpiece.
Sure. Why is she wearing a Carmen Miranda outfit? What is the point of that? What is the story to it? How does it relate to her? How is it different than every other fucking showgirl thing we've seen on this show? What is it?
This is the best she's ever... This is the most I've ever liked anything she's worn.
And that's valid. Your feelings...
I like the colors.
...are valid.
I like the highlighter. I like the highlighter colors together.
There you go.
That's why I liked it. Chanel O'Connor, her look is good, and I love how she incorporated like her maker stuff, her buttons and
gold
everything.
Spray painted buttons.
From a distance, it just kind of looks like a black dress with gold trim and like black curlers. However, it's really impressive. It just doesn't have the impact that I think she wanted it to have.
Yeah, she even mentions so she has a YouTube series. I'm sorry I haven't told y'all about this before, but
she does.
She does have a YouTube series where she talks about each episode, and on this episode, she actually talks about us. She mentions us.
What does she say?
Is
she mad at me?
Yeah. No, actually, she doesn't say your name at all. She says mine multiple times.
Well, it's 'cause
she was just saying that she agrees with us a lot of the time, that her time was limited, her team was small, and unfortunately, the way that the runways have been set up, the order that they've come in, which they don't know ahead of time, all of her short, kind of cutesy little dresses have been back to back to back to back to back. That she does have other things, but unfortunately, it just hasn't been shown. So with that perspective, I'm like, oh, that, like, my heart goes out to you. But as a viewer, when I view, okay, I didn't like it. I liked it. I thought it was beautiful. But again, it's like, okay, we get another cocktail dress from Chanel. It's really cool that she makes all of her own stuff. And it's really beautifully done. There's finishing details there that are gorgeous. However, it's never quite up to the same level as everyone else.
Yeah.
But it's impressive. It's just... And she does say on her... She has a YouTube series. She does say, like, if I had to do this over again, I would definitely double the size of my team, double the size of my budget, and really work on taking everything up to a larger level. So she's aware of it.
That's tough. I mean, that's tough to do on a,
Oh, yeah. I mean, she says, like, once you get to Drag Race and you look around, she looked around and saw stuff and realized hers was a little more simple. And she's like, but I'm already here. What am I going to do?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You just roll with it.
Yeah, it's really good, though, and she's stunning. I thought she did a decent job on her couch, right?
Yeah. I mean, Chanel's a talker. My heart did go out to her because she was getting shit for talking too much. And so...
Yeah.
Which she does. I can't relate. I would never. You know what? If anything, people tell me all the time that I let her talk too much. That I, like, get a word in there, Darby. And I'm like, you know what, though? I'm not silencing women's voices, okay? I'm an ally.
Yeah, you really
first
can't
and foremost.
silence.
Hang on. And I just really think it's important that others around you share their opinion. The best thing that you can do as an ally is to listen.
I agree with you so much.
Well, hang on. Is to listen and validate. Okay? And if you do have a disagreement, it's okay, but you have to approach it with respect. You have to be respectful. Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
And I think it's so important that as cis people, we should continue to show that allyship through not just our actions, but also our vote.
You know what? Can I actually talk to you about something back here real quick?
I don't know that we're able to, but yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. I actually don't have anything to say. I just wanted to see if you would silence a woman again.
Oh, never.
I don't mind when it happens to me because it's affirming.
What do you mean?
When I get silenced.
Oh, because it's saying you're a woman. Ugh. Sometimes misogyny's funny.
My Uber driver on the way here, I got in the car and he goes, wow,
let me see that pussy.
You're beautiful. and I was like...
He was drinking and driving?
You should have picked me up 5 years ago. This would have been good for you.
Oh, yeah. She would have gone mouth first.
Relisa. She's just a star.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Phoenix. Yeah.
And I love when things burn and they come back to life.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
She's beautiful. I thought on the couch she was really natural and easy. I love how she
sat at the end and kind of like sat on the bend.
Yeah.
And took up all of this visual space so that you wanted to hear from her. You wanted her to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And she sounded so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even, like, just the way that she talks, even in her talking heads, like, it doesn't feel rehearsed or, like, put on. It just feels like her, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so Lavoie is the winner. Congratulations, Lavoie. We do have a bottom. It is Kiki and Octavia. I think that's fine.
Who is it? Kiki and Octavia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not...
I don't know that I wanted anyone else down there.
I'm not surprised by the bottom two. I am bummed. You know, I'm not ready to say... I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm not ready to say goodbye to more people yet. The fuck? Am I okay? Oh, election. My brain's not working.
Oh, well, I'm ready to say goodbye to one person. JD Vance.
What? Why did you have to bring good old JD into this? You know that's who JB's named after.
Because
I just can't spell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they both have beautiful eyebrows.
Thank you. So that we get a lip sync, and Octavia, I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but she's good.
She got activated.
This was... Fuck. You should get 2 votes in this election.
Oh, I took 2.
Oh, good. Yeah, I thought they both did great, but
Yeah.
I loved watching Octavia. She's like a little gymnast. She's like a little, like, she's just like a little, she's got so much energy and everything's so strong. Like,
Yeah.
It just,
Unfortunately, Kiki Snatch is Kiki's not staying. She is going home.
She's been snatched away from the competition.
And we wish her Welsh. All right, that was the first episode. We're going to move on to the next episode. We're going to dive right in because it's the library. And it's time for our favorite segment. Did I LOL? Did I LOL for Lil? L-I-L. Let's find out. I wrote, sure.
I wrote an actual quote because I did. I giggled. She said, what's the difference between Octavia's wigs and Chiranthrax? I don't know, but they're both absolutely desperate for attention. And I am wearing an Octavia light hair tonight, and Lil, that made me laugh.
Did I LOL for Chiranthrax? I once again wrote sure. Sure for me means I wanted to laugh, but it was like too early and I wasn't able to like giggle.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Did I LOL for Charity? Actually did.
I think she's so funny.
She's so funny and cute.
I think she's very similar to the Kikis. I think she's a little young. She's doing an amazing job. Yeah. But in a few years, I think she's going to be... I keep saying unstoppable. Things can stop her, like a car accident or whatever. But yeah, I think she's going to be...
Pastels.
Funny.
She's a primary queen. She doesn't wear pastels. Did I LOL at Marmalade? Sure.
I did. She said, Lavoie's van was stolen with all of her costumes, but judging by the runways, I can see why it was returned. Marmalade.
That is funny. See, I'm laughing now. That's a full yes.
I just don't expect skinny models to be funny.
We usually
aren't.
Star. She's a star, Malad.
We usually aren't. I'm a skinny model.
Did I LOL for Lisa? Yes, but not for reasons that she wanted.
Oh my God. I wrote down 2 things she said because I was laughing, but not for the right reason.
Let's hear it.
So the first one was, she said she had a dream. I'm sorry. She said she had a dream about an Oompa Loompa dressed like Annie who introduced Lavoie on the Titanic. End of joke. That was so funny. And then she went, well, not end of joke. Then she was like, but you survived it, girl. I'm glad you survived the Titanic. Me too? I don't know. It was so strange. And then when she went back to stand in line, they cut to her going back in line. She goes, I tried. It made me laugh. And my autocorrect changed her name to Relish in my phone. That's fine.
Equally delicious. Did I LOL for Chanel? Unfortunately, no. But I think she's beautiful.
Yes.
And a very attractive out of drag as well.
Yeah, you know they have a YouTube series where...
I'm really getting into YouTube.
We've been on it for years, and you're just now getting into YouTube?
Is that where we are?
Oh.
Lavoie. Did I LOL? I did. Absolutely. Let's hear it.
It was a great one. So to Octavia. She said, look at Octavia, you got all those lovely gaps between your teeth. You're the only queen who can eat an apple through a picket fence.
I don't know what that means. I still laughed.
so much space between her teeth that she could put each tooth between a plank, or put a plank of wood between each tooth so she can reach the apple. That's funny. It created a visual. It's also really... Like,
original. I've never heard that.
Well, I was going to say, it's kind of like an old lady way of making a read, like through a picket fence. Like, I haven't thought about a picket fence since... I painted my fence.
Oh my God, Tom and Huck. It was very paint the white picket fence. Remember Tom and Huck?
Yeah.
It's a Tom Sawyer thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Rachel Lee Cook. Rachel Lee Cook in a cave.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the books. Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking about TV.
No, it's a movie. It's a Disney...
Well, I read.
You do read.
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's hear the joke, Bevels. What's the joke?
It means you read people all the time. Because you're messy. What if I swatted your hat off?
I'm not... You want me to get distracted. I'm not going to get distracted.
Swatted your hat off? What if I just went, boop? What if I
Well,
did?
you're the one that fixed it. You'll have to fix it again.
Yeah, that's true. And then finally, did I LOL for Octavia? I wrote yes.
She laughed so hard she threw her phone to the ground.
I did a Naomi Campbell.
I don't remember laughing with her. The winner is Lavoie.
The winner is Lavoie. Congratulations.
We find out it's Snatch game time.
It's Snatch game time. I gotta say, I don't know why, but I just never expect Snatch game to go well. This was one of the best Snatch games I've seen in so long.
It's because this particular series of Drag Race UK is really good. Like,
this cast is really strong.
The cast is good. The producers are making smart decisions. The eliminations, for the most part, don't seem out of left field. It's a really satisfying watch.
Yeah. So the runway theme for this episode is actually going to go ahead and be Doctor Who.
Do you think that's because...
It's Doctor Who is she?
Do you think that's because Drag Race airs on the same network or something? I don't know that to be true. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, well, you know Doctor Who is one of my favorite shows of all time.
I know. What's your favorite monster?
Oh my God.
Alien.
I love that bitch that's just a face and she's all
skin.
You know those face tapes that RuPaul uses?
Mm-hmm.
She got that from this face because she's just taped to a frame.
Okay, let me ask you for real. I'm sorry. I don't believe we should lie to our audience. Have you ever seen a Doctor Who?
Doctor Who is one of those things.
So that was a yes or no question.
I haven't. It's complicated because it's been on for literally like 60 years.
Okay, but have you watched it?
I have seen some episodes.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
I have seen some episodes. I know that once I get into it, I am going to be all in. It's going to be my personality and I'm going to be even more insufferable. However, it feels too big that I don't think I can take it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe when we have our next lockdown, quarantine, maybe during the next writer's strike or...
Yeah, she can't do any writing.
Depending on who won the election, maybe they'll ban drag queens forever and we won't have a job and I'll have lots of free time. So you know what I mean? Like, I better watch the Jinx Monsoon episode now then so I get it before they take it off the air.
Curtis and I decided to start Doctor Who.
I remember I watched one episode here with y'all.
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
Yeah, and we had an okay time, but I don't know. I think maybe we didn't start with the right... You know what it is? You know what it is? Well, no, I mean, we were told to start with David Tennant.
Love
Like with the
him.
switch.
Love David Tennant.
And then we also got recommended to start like the season before him, so you can kind of get an idea of the show, so that anyway. So we watched like part of the season before, and then we watched David Tennant, and you know what it was? I think it was just too early 2000s for me. I'm not in the nostalgia place for that point in time for TV shows. If I'm watching like a sci-fi where there's all these graphics, it was too hokey.
Maybe
for
we
me.
should
So I think maybe I should start with the newest David Tennant season or Hot Guy.
That or the Nshuti Gatwa.
Gay guy.
Yeah. I want to see what's going on. And like I said, the Jonathan Groff and the Jinx Monsoon of it all, I do kind of want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I want to support...
I would be down to give it another shot. I'd
be over the holidays.
It was so fun. Well, I've got, I'm going to Philadelphia, and so I have to watch all of my plans and stuff.
You are?
Yeah, it's the year anniversary of Jerry. You think I'm going to stay in the city that killed him? Freak.
I have to move January 1st, so...
I'll be out of town.
Austin can watch JB if I'm busy moving.
Oh, then I'll be back in town.
Let's go through one by one and then talk about their Snatch game.
Yes.
Kyron Thrak is like a TV...
it was so stupid. I loved it. It was
I loved
so
it.
cute.
And I loved it. It was a return to Kyron's preferred method of makeup face.
And it does...
But it makes sense.
It does look like that early aughts Doctor Who as well. Like, this is absolutely a prop that they would have used on the show.
Yeah.
The fact that she was unplugged, so funny.
Kyron's Elvis.
Yeah. It was hot.
Respectfully, it was hot and so fucking funny.
And what an American accent.
What a great American accent. What a great deep voice, too.
Yeah, I didn't
Kyron's got
that.
a future in voiceover if they want. Marmalade. Beautiful. I love this.
I loved this.
It's so regal. It's so beautiful.
Corset.
Yeah.
Get out.
It looks Elizabethan and alien. I love it. Marmalade was Marie Antoinette, and I thought she was really funny. I think there were better people than her, but I loved the gag of head off.
The gag of head off made me laugh.
It made me laugh. I thought she was really solid.
I thought she was solid. I thought she was solid. Yeah.
I thought she was really solid.
Unless they really tanked, I thought everyone did great.
I think there's only 2 tanks in this bunch. And the
everyone
rest of them,
else?
high horse.
Guns. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. Lil with the Bobby Dazzler.
This was my favorite.
This is my favorite
thing
think of all time.
I was deeply obsessed. It is so beautifully done.
It is so insane.
It's so insane. It's
the
so...
look on her face.
Are you kidding?
Lil.
Are you kidding?
And the Bobby Dazzler. We need this on Doctor Who.
I would
David Tennant.
Yeah.
BBC.
Yeah.
Get Lil on the horn.
Yeah. Horner.
Okay.
Horner.
That's American for phone.
Is it?
And call Lil and say, we need the Bobby Dazzler, we need the rights to the character, and we need it on... Well, no, don't give the rights away. But I want the Bobby Dazzler.
I was blown away.
Fucking good.
I was blown away.
I want to watch a TV show about this.
That is... It's so different, yet so simple and easy to understand. Wow. Wow.
Incredible.
Doctor.
Bow.
Wow.
And Lil was Queen Victoria and did a fantastic job.
She did great.
Lil has got this quiet...
She's a quiet assassin.
It's like,
I don't like when assassins scream.
Self-assuredness. That's what maybe I would assume it's like, because she's just so...
I think she's just like...
It's quiet, but it's brilliant.
High.
It's like...
She's just kind of chill.
Drag queens are very much like, look at me, look at me. And you want to come to Lil because you want to hear what she has to say. And she'll say the craziest, funniest thing in the quiet moments.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
I'm not surprised at all that she and Banksy are BFFs. Not at all.
Not at all. Bobby Dazzler. I wish it could be Halloween again. I want to be the Bobby Dazzler.
Do you know how much time and effort you would have to put in? I don't think you have that time or effort.
Look at her face. That's what I look like without makeup.
That's not true.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm very beautiful. Octavia, sort of a moss green sea witch.
This was a bummer.
Yeah, this wasn't great.
This was a bummer. But I will say...
She looks like a villain. She looks like a weird...
Her Snatch game was so... funny to me. Now listen.
Wait.
When RuPaul gives you a note, when Ru gives you a note and is like, but I want you to do this for Snatch Game, you fucking do it.
Unless the note is be Michael Jackson.
Well.
Thank God she did what she did.
As an audience member, the Michael Jackson random references from the Welsh Dragon. The problem is twofold. Number one, we've already seen her as the Welsh Dragon. So that's already kind of a like, okay, so we're seeing the Welsh Dragon again. Cool.
Yeah.
But then for Ru to be like, but I love all your Michael Jacksonisms. Like, I want you to do those. So then she just had to randomly start doing Michael Jacksonisms as the Welsh Dragon. It didn't work for me as a human being. But... as a viewer of Drag Race, as a do whatever RuPaul says during the Snatch Game, I thought she did the best she could. And I was impressed with what she did.
I thought she
did not make me
really
laugh.
safe.
Did not make me laugh. But I wasn't nervous for her.
I wasn't either.
Because Ru was going up in ways that I didn't understand.
Yeah. Well, and that's the whole goal, right? You just have to make Ru
Snatch Game is for RuPaul and RuPaul alone.
Well, some might say Drag Race is for RuPaul and RuPaul alone.
Yeah.
All right, Lavoie is a crazy naked mommy milker.
Yeah. It's funny. It's really funny. I don't like it, but that's my own, again, I just don't connect with her visually.
She did Eliza. This is the third Eliza in history. The first two both Actually, there might have been more, but this is... Oh, no, there wasn't. It was the third.
Scarlet Bobo was the third.
Oh, okay.
But we don't talk about that.
But the first two won.
Yeah.
And they did incredible, so it's really ballsy
Scarlet
to go in.
was the second, and Hannah was the third. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Two of them won. Two of them were incredible. So it's really ballsy to go in with a multi-winning character. But I see why she had to do it, because it was really good.
It was great.
And it was...
You know what I loved about it? If we're talking about Alexis Michelle, Hannah Conda, and Lavoie, I would say that Hannah Conda is on the insane side. And I would say Alexis Michelle is on like a theatrical, like weird place. Lavoie's felt like Liza in that van when they asked her how she's doing and she's saying Deo.
Yeah.
Like, it was subdued, but also very Liza. And the way that genuinely impressed. Yeah. As a faggot, I was genuinely impressed.
And the way that she interacted with everyone, too, and she volleyed off people.
And she had this blank stare, and at one point, whoever was sitting next to her said something, and she just had this quiet reaction to it, where she kind of whispered something, almost just to herself, and then just kind of stared ahead. And I was like, Liza would do that. Dale.
It's so funny. Yeah. We had Charity. She looks like a cool aubergine cone head.
Did you hear? Yeah, I like it. I think it's cute.
I like it too, yeah.
It's definitely alien. Did you hear Michelle say that she wasn't getting alien? She was getting witch? She's green. And she's got purple cone. What?
Michelle,
listen.
Michelle, come here.
Michelle.
Bring it in.
Thank you. You are stunning.
You hate the color green. You are
so beautiful.
And you've made it your whole personality that you hate the color green.
I don't think that you need to...
Didn't you notice that her face was green?
Other beauty.
No one else in the world,
no
one else in the existence in fiction and nonfiction
but some aliens
is green,
are gorgeous,
except for aliens.
Just like you, babe.
And she's covered up. Most aliens are naked. But they know that if an alien that was naked came to you and said, how do I look? You'd say, stop relying on that alien body.
Go just have fun down there, you know?
And
they've got
crocodiles. I hear that Down Under is pretty good,
I heard that as well.
Yeah.
I heard that as well. I was just going to say I'm not surprised, but I am.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah. We're proud of you, Michelle, but that was wrong.
You were wrong. Maybe she was talking about someone else and they just put it there.
Or maybe I wasn't paying attention and she, in fact, was talking about someone else.
No, she was, because when you said it, I remembered. Now, Chara was going to be Julie Andrews. And then Rue made her second.
Yes.
Yes. And then Rue made her second guess. And she decided to do Nadine Coyle auditioning for Mary Poppins. This could have gone so wrong, but it actually was so fucking funny the way that she did it.
Rue was like, okay, Mary Poppins. Okay, who's your other choice? And she's like, well, I love Nadine. Or did you think of anyone from Ireland? Is that right? Is she Irish or Scottish?
Yeah, Irish.
Okay. Is there any Irish people you could do? And she's like, well, I love Nadine. And
Nadine Coyle.
She didn't have anything to wear for it. She didn't have a Nadine set ready. So she was like, oh, fuck it. I guess I'm doing both. I was so impressed. I was so impressed. It shouldn't have worked.
It shouldn't have worked. It shouldn't have worked, but she sat down.
And then she stood back up.
And then she stood back up.
And she sat down again. I laughed. I genuinely laughed at her.
I genuinely laughed.
How did she make that work? I was so impressed. I was so impressed.
You're asking so much of your audience and RuPaul to
follow along.
To follow along, but you did it so brilliantly and so quickly that we did.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
It's the establishing mark that is so important for lesser known characters or completely made up characters.
Yeah.
And I think that establishing point can make or break. And I think it made it for her.
It made it for her. It was a classic case of RuPaul gives you a suggestion and you take it. Now, where it can go wrong was with Relisa. She tried to take the note, and unfortunately it didn't work for her. Her character from 2 episodes ago, Sammy, dressed as Rihanna.
She never explained it.
She should have just been Rihanna and been herself. Because she's funny. Relisa is funny.
No, she's not.
I think she's got a cool funniness about her, just like Rihanna.
Rihanna's not funny. Rihanna's a pink. Rihanna's
you know what?
A Beyonce.
They kept saying that, and you're saying that right now. I'm gonna pull an Eliza Dushku. Have you ever seen that clip of Rihanna or any clip of Rihanna in any interview?
You know I don't mean Rihanna the person is not funny. Rihanna the character and what she's known for is not funny.
Okay, but then
is not funny. But I'm sure in real life she tells a great joke.
Okay, but
while
then
flipping through the air.
If you look like Relisa, you do Rihanna and you just try and be like funny and cool.
Or do your stupid idea, but explain it. Like, come up, there was no reason for it. You know, at least with Nadine, she was auditioning. But with Relisa, don't say you're Sammy. Say you're Rihanna, but play it up like a baby. Maybe you're Rihanna with a head injury and you think that you're 3 years old. Or, you know, like the fact that she was like, I'm dressed as Rihanna, but I'm Sammy.
Or
what the fuck was that? Or just be Rihanna, Sammy.
Be Rihanna on vocal rest because she's finally doing her album that she's been talking about doing for 20 years. And just write down all your answers and like make the answers funny. I don't know.
Yeah, we can workshop that one. But yeah, it was just basically she had no reason for it. And if you can't explain it to the audience, and it's definitely not obvious just from us looking at you, what do you want us to do, babe?
It was a bummer.
What do you want the audience to do? Yeah, it was a bummer. But you know what wasn't a bummer? Her runway.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I ate this shit
This
up.
was so good.
I ate this shit up.
Don't even care that she's shoeless. Love it.
Don't care that she's shoeless or even...
browless.
Oh, no, I forgot. I thought this was the hat runway. I'm so stupid. I was like, or that she doesn't have a hat on. No, she's a Doctor Who villain.
No,
never mind.
Incredible.
I loved it.
Loved it. Chanel is a football tentacle.
Yeah. I thought it was so funny because it does look like a dog's penis, her hands. You know, I'm a hand person. I'm not a dog penis person. Surprisingly. I know, me too. But it's a cool concept. She looks cool, but I will say I agree with the judges when they said that she's just too covered up. There's too much fabric.
And there's no sparkle.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. Also, she was Coco Peru, which
I thought it was a good idea.
I thought it was a good idea, and
her accent was good.
Her accent was good. I even thought, I don't know, maybe with different music and like different contexts, those could have been like decent jokes, but
I agree. I do think sometimes the edit does a little heavy lifting for the story of it all.
Yeah.
But I see the critiques.
Yeah.
I was very happy to see someone of her age, of her nation, paying homage to Coco Peru. I think Coco Peru is one of the most brilliant drag queens that has ever existed. Yeah. I love that young kids are still finding her.
Mm-hmm.
Watch her play Grand Theft Auto on YouTube. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Okay, go ahead.
We have another win for Lavoie. But it's actually a double win shared by Lavoie and Kyron. Elvis and Liza back at it again.
Yeah. Now, Elvis, Kyron, if you will, has 3 wins, and Lavoie has 2.
Yeah.
I think that's so interesting. I think it's so interesting that they did a double win when it could have tied up Lavoie and Kyron. It seems like this is just conspiracy theory, so it's fact. It seems like perhaps production was like, I don't want them to get too close. I still want everyone kind of coming for Kyron. Like, we can't let them tie. You know, because Lavoie went from 0 wins to 2 wins in 2 episodes. So part of me feels like Kyron was so good as well that they were like, well, yeah, let's let her win too because we want to keep this train. We're not going back.
Not to bring up the other Chanel in my favorite series ever, All Stars 9. She went from 0 wins to 2 wins.
Okay, that entire All Stars was insane. I don't think you can say that, like...
That was my favorite piece of TV ever.
I didn't have a bad time
All Stars 9.
Talking about it.
It goes All Stars 9, Game of Thrones, Veronica Mars, Outlander.
You have terrible taste in TV.
You just don't like me.
Whoa. Maybe.
You love me. You just don't always like me. No,
and that's
like
marriage.
Me. You like me. You just don't respect me.
Wait. Probably.
But I haven't done much to earn your respect.
Completely agree. Do you know what's making me respect you more? Can I say this for real?
I love it.
This podcast project that we've been working on.
Really?
Yeah.
God, I'm not being too pushy.
No, you're being so active and you've got your boyfriend involved and y'all are doing such a great job with the music. And your talent, here's the problem. You're one of the most talented drag queens in the world, period. Not kidding. All jokes aside, like, I truly believe you're one of the most talented drag queens. And I think everyone else sees that as well. And I think that's why every time Drag Race announces a new season, your name is everywhere. because you could absolutely win it with your eyes closed. But the double-edged sword of that is it is so frustrating to watch someone with so much talent who can just get out of bed and turn on her TikTok and immediately make one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Like, and to see you not doing anything with that talent. So to see this new project light that fire in you again, I'm seeing you use your incredible talent. And I just don't think you realize what you have. I really don't.
Thank you so much. That's very sweet. Here's the thing. I'm on this journey with therapy.
Yeah.
I'm on this journey with being kinder to myself, a la my body. I've been on a walk every day for now a week.
So impressed. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I didn't realize it before, but post-transition and during, it became very clear that, like, I did not have good thoughts about myself. You see all these great qualities in me, other people see it, and they think, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? And in my mind, I'm like, I can't do that because no one wants it. But really, I didn't want it. And so I'm through, thank God, gender-affirming care and being able to be here and do this with you and you know, picking up the pieces of a very broken life for 37 years. This is the first time in my entire life that I feel ready and equipped to take on bettering myself. Because before, and even up till like last year with that job, didn't want to, because what was the point? Everything is shit. It's not worth it. This is the first time ever I'm ready. I feel ready to do that. And that's how I feel today. Tomorrow I might feel different, but I do feel activated with this new project. And that's very kind of you to say that, but that's why, and I'm sorry it was so annoying. It's frustrating for me too, because I feel the same way. I'm like,
is this a tablecloth? I love this fabric.
Can I tell you?
Sorry, keep talking. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
I'll tell you later.
I didn't take my Adderall.
What was I saying?
I'm sorry. I
It's okay.
take your Adderall every day.
Oh, it's frustrating for me too, because I'm like, I say this all the time. I say we do so good with like last minute shows, like when we do Two Queens singing or whatever we do.
Good live.
We're so good.
We're so good live. Can we say that?
Yeah, but we're so good off the cuff with zero preparation. Imagine what I could do if I tried, or if we put a little work into it. And I feel like I'm ready to break that cycle with this new project. And we're doing it. Yeah. And so I'm ready to take on more, finally. And it's taken me my whole life to get here, and I'm only just starting to feel like that.
And you're right. I'm sorry. Because here's the, like, when we became friends, when we got really close, was towards the end of your undercover time. You weren't happy. You were slowly sinking further into this unhappiness.
But I didn't realize it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've never known you to have, like, a great work ethic. And so instead of attributing it to the context of everyone around you,
with which we live and those who came before.
I'm sorry, I haven't considered that before sharing my concerns or my frustrations with you, because that's very valid and it makes complete and total sense. And I think you are a completely different person, not just the tits, but like you care about yourself.
I feel like I want to. Yeah. And that's new.
And you have a boyfriend that I actually like.
I hate to say. I mean, it's not just him.
No, say it.
It's not just him, but, like, I'm so grateful for him.
Yeah.
Because I was telling my therapist today, all I've ever wanted in life is to feel loved for who I am. And essentially, this man is the first person to make me feel that way.
I don't love you for who you are, by the way, just so we're clear.
No, I know, but I'm working on it, and you will.
Yeah.
Or you might.
Don't put that pressure on me.
You're right. I'm sorry. Anyway, so it's just, I was telling her actually, I feel like I finally have all the pieces to just really thrive. Like all the pieces are here and I'm ready to put them together and just like soar.
I think 2025, I know we say this all the time, I think 2025 is the year of Alexis Bevels.
I think so too. You know what? I'm going to call it Project 2025.
Yeah.
And I am going to work on it day and night.
You should get that out there into the world and get other people to support your project.
I think so.
Can I tell you? Okay. So, sorry.
Before we
Very meaningful. Go ahead.
I love that conversation.
Yeah,
Thank you for
Go
saying
ahead.
that. And I'm glad we
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say this fabric, an old roommate wanted me to make an Avatar The Last Airbender costume for him, and he didn't really know what to buy, but he bought this as like the cape.
It's a tablecloth.
No, it's like weird jersey, like polyester, like weird basketball plastic.
It does look like a basketball.
But there was extra, and I needed something to match the hat.
I love this. I'm so proud of you. You did this in a day.
It's cute, little pocket. It's got little pockets.
You used your talent.
Well, I gotta say,
Gorge.
For me, it's proving true that a body in motion stays in motion because I've been walking every day. Yesterday I was like, I don't really want to lay down and do TikTok. And so I was like, I need orange. I got orange fabric. Let's do it.
Oh, well, bitch. Then yeah, come over and help me clean.
I want to. Oh. Thank you so much. I'm glad we talked.
I was trying to get out of the hug before the burp, but I couldn't stop it. I'm just so sorry.
It's okay. You know I love you.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
Speaking of Project 2025, my mother-in-law, she's not very funny, but every now and then she will say something that tickles her so much that you can't help but laugh. And she's like, I made Kate, my sister-in-law, upset because I want to get all these big projects done in 2025. And so I'm going to call it Project 2025.
Curtis is truly her child.
Oh, 100%. But when you're around someone that they are so tickled by themselves that you can't help but laugh.
Yeah. Me. The bottom is actually going to go ahead and be Chanel and Relisa. It's no surprise given their performance in the Snatch game, but it didn't feel good to see them there because I didn't want to see either of them go home, to be honest. I don't really know who else I could have fairly put in the bottom.
Can I have a really tough conversation with Chanel? Thank you.
I cede the floor.
It's against the Bible to spill your seed on the floor, so don't do that. Okay.
And in Legally Blonde, it's called a bantamette child.
I want you to think about all the good things in your life. I want you to take time and meditate on all the good things in your life.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to Chanel.
Okay.
Hi, Chanel. It's me, Darby. The only one that you actually like from this show. Now listen, you don't have to make noise.
I was doing my meditating. Was I making noise?
I noticed as I was getting ready to watch your YouTube channel. I don't know if you know this, Chanel. You have a YouTube channel and you review every episode. I couldn't help but notice that as of today, you still haven't posted a review of your elimination episode. And I realized that was probably very difficult for you. But I was very hopeful and I was very hopeful about you coming back to Drag Race because I think you're very good at it. I think you're so stupidly annoying. I hate you sometimes, but in a really love to hate kind of way. And then I go to your YouTube series. You have a YouTube series. I don't know if you know that. I love to love you. I loved what you said in your most recent episode of your YouTube series that you agree that you needed to do more to grow your runways. So seeing you in the bottom two was tough, but I would like to see Release's runways more than I want to see yours. And that's not a personal attack, although it can feel that way. It's an attack on everyone else that helped you as well. It's not just personal. That's what I'm saying. I love your YouTube series. I don't know if you've seen it. Chanel goes home. That is the end of another episode of Drag Race UK. How was that? Did you meditate?
How long was I out?
If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Of course, the notification bell.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOW.
We're both on Cameo.
Oh, you can get a Cameo.
Also, our merch is at dragqueenmerch.com.
In T-minus 16 days, we will be seeing Wicked. They just released a Bach featurette.
Oh my god.
TikTok. And
listen, he's talented.
They did the Sydney world premiere. Some of the cast was there. Jeff Goldblum, Ariana Cynthia Johnny, Marissa Bodie, who's playing Nessa.
I'm so in love with Jeff Goldblum.
And Bach.
I know that everyone is.
Do you remember The Fly?
But there's something about, of course. But there's something about...
That was a sexual awakening for me.
You know what it is? It's his hands. He has great hands. If you're ever wondering what is Darby like in a hand... Jeff Goldblum.
Goldblum is Gold's bloom for you.
Yeah.
Hands-wise.
He's so... he's so hot.
When I meet Johnny Bailey, may I call him Johnny, if I may, I'm going to ask him, did he and Jeff Goldblum have conversations about Jurassic Parks and their experiences? Because you might not know this, but Jonathan Bailey is going to be the star in the new... Jurassic Park alongside Scarlett Johansson. She's fine though. She's
my favorite Asian American actress.
I was gonna say we don't know what race her character is playing. I love those movies, and I love Jeff Goldblum.
I love him so much. No, I'm so fucking excited for Wicked.
I'm so fucking excited.
By the
way, I invited Rachel as our fourth.
Oh my God, thank you.
Good.
You know I love Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Wicked. I don't usually get like this with movies. Especially things I like.
This is different. This feels like movies are back.
Let's go to the movies. Did you ever do like a movie medley in high school?
Oh, and like choir?
Yeah.
No, we did like little Broadway short melodies. You did movie ones?
We did, in concert choir, every year for our fall concert, it would be like our more fun stuff. Because in spring we had to sing, 'Tis a Gift to Be Simple and all that shit. But we could do something fun. And it was always something that cheesy. We used to listen to it on a cassette tape. You could listen to the demo so you know what it's supposed to sound like. And it was always like, let's go to the movies. And then we would sing, 30 seconds of songs people know. And we would build sets out of cardboard. Sorry, this is so boring. I want to say to dear Mrs. Arta Wiggs, I have used and abused her. And I know she's not looking great right now because I literally picked her up off the floor before I put her on. And that's my fault. I want to say, your wigs are so thick. They're so dense. And even after she has been used and abused, how long have I had this wig?
So long, since our tutorial years ago.
Years.
Pre-trans, pre-pandemic.
It has
and that's the original curl, too. We just did teasing, and we didn't do anything to the shape.
Well, but she has. Pretty. You have styled this a few different times.
Yeah, I'm saying this is how it comes out of the bag, though, with this gorgeous wave.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
they're so dense. They're so good.
And we know that a bunch of queers put it in a bag for us. Thank you, queers.
Thank you, queers.
And Arta, if you ever want to just send us more so that we can help
or
promote,
any wig company, we would love that.
Except that one wig company that wanted us to do more than one video. Do you remember that?
My thing with them was you sent us 2 green wigs and we filmed in front of a green screen.
You also sent us 3 wigs and there's 2 of us. And also they weren't dense.
But we were grateful for the...
And they weren't dense.
We're grateful for the wigs. But I'll tell you something. House update... Gonna have to move.
Oh, Alexis.
But I'm
so sorry.
But mental health journey. Everyone has mental health. I'm excited about this, and I'm gonna be proactive. I have already found so many good places with all our needs specification. Only thing I need is to be close to you and AC.
Air condition. Yeah.
And the only thing Kevin needs is room for his gym stuff, like a garage.
Yeah.
I found an amazing one a couple blocks away from you. Not really walking. It says technically North Hollywood, but...
Wow, that's close.
But really close, and it's
amazing.
Beautiful. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. I have an appointment on Sunday to go view it. You can come with me if you want.
Oh my God, yes.
I am so fucking excited because, again, I'm getting all the pieces in place. I just gotta put them together, and then... I can soar.
Now she's made this announcement, which means she has to move in a couple months, which means she's going to need money. So her Cameo is open.
Cameo's open. Shameos are open. Venmo is open. And
her mouth is open. I'm also happy for this move. Not the timing of it, but I am excited for, I think this is it. I can feel this being the move.
This is the move. I trust Kevin. We are going to be fantastic roommates, especially if everyone has their own bathroom. I really appreciate his communication style when stuff has gone sideways or if he's needed something from me as far as roommate-wise. And we both agreed today, whoever is going to live with us, we're going to take to dinner. I'm going to have hawk-like vision for any red flags. And we're going to lay it out and be like, we've moved so much. If there's an issue...
We're working it out.
You're gonna move.
What a welcoming way to bring someone into.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it like that. Obviously, I'm gonna be funny about it, but I am gonna
say obviously.
I am gonna be like, yo, we've had some issues. Do you want to fuck Kevin? You're out. Do you want to do fuck drag? Her? You're out.
Oh, so no drag queens and no one who's attracted to a conventionally attractive man. Got it. Easy. Well, if you know anyone like that and they want to live in North Hollywood, let us know. Bye.